Hi, this is Bonnie, and this is my husband Scott. He's helping me today. We're going to make Stromboli. So the first thing we want to do is put a little bit of coconut flour down on the surface just to keep the board from sticking. And then we put the dough, set it down in the flour, and then flip the dough over and do the same thing on the other side. And then bring it to the board. That makes it easy to work with. We're going to make this into a rectangular shape, 10 by 14 inches long and wide. Scott, you want to go ahead and work on that, try to get it as even as we can. Going to break some of the bubbles as we do this. And we want to roll it to about a 1/4 inch thickness. Okay, that's pretty good.
Now, should we spray some oil on that second pan?
Yes. This is a granite ware pan, so it's a little sturdier. It was used by the pioneers back in the day. And it has a non-stick coat, which is really nice to keep things from sticking. But I like to put a little bit of oil on because it helps the sticking a little bit more. And it gives you a little bit of a crispiness by having the oil on top of the pan. Now we can start putting on our toppings. It's better to have a little bit more than that, but a little less than more because you can always add more sauce. And then we'll bring the sauce all the way up to the edges, on all the edges except for this top piece, and I'll show you why when we get to the rolling part of the Stromboli. Okay, Parmesan cheese. Now let's do the vegetables.
Veggies, you got a spoon?
And we're going to use the long end, and we're going to just roll that up into a roll, like a.
So that's why you left this clear.
Yes.
That way it's.
And then the bottom of the roll is going to sit right on top of this lip.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's.
Is this a four-handed project?
Yeah, you want to do that side? Yeah. And I like to keep the rolls pretty tight because I like as many rolls in the Stromboli as I can get.
Like a cinnamon roll.
I might actually have you roll it, and I'll just use the. One thing that I've found is if you have too much coconut flour on top, the texture's a little bit weird with the Stromboli. So what we're going to do is put some butter on the top and a little bit of salt. This is going to give it a nice brown top, which always looks so much prettier, and it's going to give it a little bit of a richer taste that I think is going to taste really good when it comes out.
Well, I'm all about that.
That looks good.
Like that?
I do.
Alrighty.
And then we're going to put a pinch of salt on top. You can use any kind of salt you like, not too much, just a little bit. Last thing we need to do, very important, is to make some little holes in this because the steam needs to come out somewhere. So every inch or so, you just make a little snip. Let's check the oven. I'm getting down to coals, so I'm actually going to use my bellows and stoke this just a little bit. So time to put it in the oven.
Okay.
I usually use welder's gloves just to protect my skin when I put them in the oven.
Oh, you put the whole thing in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
You can bake it on the surface, on the brick surface, but I prefer to use the pan because it's easy to get in and out. So we're at 10 minutes out of the 20 minutes we're cooking. I'm going to bring the Stromboli out just so you can see it. Here's the side that was facing the fire. Obviously the fire influenced it a little bit. So when we put it back in, we're just going to turn it around so that this side will brown up. It's been 20 minutes. We're going to take Stromboli out.
Yum. Let's eat.
Well, we have to let it cool down just a little bit. So it's time to cut the Stromboli up. First thing I do is use my little pastry cutter and make sure that it's not stuck to the bottom, which it's not. And then we'll start slicing it. I usually use a serrated knife to cut the Stromboli with. Scott, would you like to come up here and have some Stromboli with me? I like to use the knife to kind of lift it up with.
Oh, it looks like it's well cooked.
Let's taste it and see
All
what
right.
you think.
Cheers. That's super good.
That's good. Very good. Definitely want to try this recipe out. It's a good one. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and make sure you try out the Stromboli. It is delicious.